Before we dive into the good stuff, let's get one thing straight. The key to a great first date conversation isn't about having the perfect one-liners or trying to impress with your encyclopedic knowledge of obscure facts. It's about creating a genuine connection. Think of it like you're at a tailgate party before the big game. You want to keep things light, fun, and engaging. Now, let's get down to business with some conversation starters that'll work, whether you're at a fancy restaurant or grabbing a quick coffee. This question is pure gold. It's open-ended, slightly mischievous, and gives your date a chance to show off their adventurous side. Maybe they've gone skydiving, or perhaps they consider trying a new flavor of ice cream as their wild side. Either way, it opens up a world of possibilities for follow-up questions and shared laughter. This one's a classic for a reason. It gives you insight into what kind of people your date admires and why. Are they into revolutionaries like George Washington? Or maybe they're more intrigued by the artistic genius of Leonardo da Vinci. Their answer can lead to discussions about history, personal values, and what they find inspiring. Even if they swear they've never done karaoke, yeah, right. Everyone has that one song they belt out in the shower or while stuck in traffic. This question often leads to hilarious stories and might even give you an idea for a fun second date at a karaoke bar. This is a sneaky way to find out about their interests and aspirations. Are they into cooking? Maybe they wish they could speak 5 languages. Whatever it is, it gives you a peek into what they value and what they'd like to improve about themselves. This question can lead to some surprisingly deep and meaningful conversations. It shows you're interested in their life experiences and the wisdom they've gained. Plus, you might pick up some solid life advice in the process. Travel talk is always a winner. It gives you insight into their sense of adventure, their bucket list dreams, and their cultural interests. Who knows? You might even discover you both have a burning desire to road trip across Route 66 or explore the Australian outback. This question is great because it gives you a glimpse into their day-to-day life and what they consider relaxing. Are they a Netflix and chill kind of person, or do they prefer to hit up a local farmer's market? Their answer can help you gauge your compatibility in terms of lifestyle. Everyone's had that one weird job, whether it was scooping ice cream as a teenager or being a mascot for their college team. This question often leads to funny stories and gives you insight into their work ethic and experiences. This is a fun, lighthearted question that can reveal a lot about a person's personality and values. Do they want to fly because they love freedom, or read minds because they're curious about others? The why is often more telling than the power itself. This question is gold because it gives you a comprehensive look at what makes your date tick. Pay attention to the details they include. It's basically a blueprint for planning future dates if things go well. Now that you've got these ace conversation starters in your arsenal, let's talk about how to keep that chat flowing smoother than a well-oiled Harley. Listen, really listen. This isn't just about waiting for your turn to speak. Show genuine interest in their answers. Ask follow-up questions. If they mention loving to cook Italian food, ask about their favorite dish to make. Showing that you're actively listening will make them feel valued and keep the conversation going naturally. Share your own stories. Don't just fire off questions like it's an interrogation. After they answer, share your own experiences or thoughts on the topic. It's about give and take, like a good game of catch. Be positive. Keep the vibe upbeat. First dates aren't the time to vent about your annoying boss or your ex. Focus on the good stuff, like that awesome concert you went to last month or the hilarious prank you pulled on your buddy. Use humor. Don't be afraid to crack a joke or two. Humor is a great way to ease tension and show your personality. Just keep it clean and avoid controversial topics. You don't want to strike out before you've even gotten to first base. Be genuine. Above all, be yourself. Don't try to be someone you're not just to impress your date. Authenticity is key in building a real connection. Body language matters. Remember, communication isn't just verbal. Maintain eye contact, smile, and keep an open posture. These nonverbal cues can be just as important as what you're saying. Go with the flow. While these conversation starters are great, don't force them if the conversation is already flowing naturally. Use them when there's a lull or if you want to change the subject. Avoid the interview feel. Mix up your questions with statements and observations. Instead of asking, "Do you like sports?" try something like, "Man, that game last night was intense. I couldn't believe that last-minute touchdown." As the date winds down, you might be wondering how to wrap things up on a high note. Here's a solid closer. I really enjoyed talking with you. What's been your favorite part of our conversation? This not only shows that you've had a good time, but also gives you insight into what resonated with them the most. Remember, the goal of these conversation starters isn't just to fill silence. It's to build a connection. Use them as jumping-off points to discover shared interests, values, and experiences. With these in your playbook, you're set to knock your first date out of the park. First dates can be nerve-wracking, but with these conversation starters and tips, you're well-equipped to turn that initial meeting into the start of something great. Remember, the key is to be genuine, listen actively, and show interest in getting to know your date. Whether you're a 25-year-old just dipping your toes into the dating pool or a 65-year-old getting back in the game, these strategies are timeless. They work because they're rooted in basic human connection, something we all crave, regardless of age. So go ahead, use these conversation starters to break the ice, but don't be afraid to let the conversation evolve naturally. Who knows? This could be the beginning of an amazing connection. And even if it doesn't lead to a love match, you're sure to have an enjoyable evening filled with interesting conversation. Now get out there and charm the socks off your date. You've got this, champ.